Hello everyone. Today we're going to see about risk and types of risk. What is risk? When I say this word, everyone may give different definition and meaning based on their own perspective. But a risk can be defined as the chance of loss or an unfavorable outcome associated with an action. Whenever we do something, maybe in our personal life or in our career, the chance of loss or unfavorable outcome associated with that is called risk. So the possibility of something unpleasant or dangerous might happen when we involve in something, and that is called risk. In business, there are a number of factors may cause for risk. Change in demand, price reduction, change in desire and taste of consumers, change in the market conditions, high competition, new invention. Now we can take the example of COVID-19. It also created a risk factor for many companies, especially for manufacturing sectors and other aspects. So risk is unavoidable in many cases, because whenever you aim to get some gain or whenever you aim to get some profit, it associates with some kind of risk. So when you face the risk bearing object must be insured. That's the best way we can safeguard ourselves from the risk. Especially in most of risk situation, there are two elements you can commonly found. Whenever you face risk, it includes two elements. First one is the outcome is uncertain. So outcome of the particular action is uncertain. So that means there is a possibility that one or other may occur. Then second element is out of possible outcome, one is unfavorable or not liked by an individual. So these are the two elements of any kind of risk. Now we see the definition of risk. At its most general level, risk is used to describe any situation where there is uncertainty about what outcomes will occur. Life is obviously risky. The definition given by Harrington. So in any situation, when there is an uncertainty about outcome, that we can call it as risk. Next, we move to types of risk. There are number of authors given number of aspects regarding types of risk. Here, I have categorized all the risk under two broad criteria. First one is general point of view, then second one is business point of view. In general point of view, we have pure risk, speculative risk, particular risk, fundamental risk, static risk, and dynamic risk. In business point of view, we have strategic risk, compliance risk, operational risk, financial risk, and reputational risk. We can go through one by one. In general point of view, first one, pure risk. Pure risk is nothing but situation that holds out only the possibility of loss or no loss. The situation only give the possibility of loss or no loss. The result will be loss or no loss. There is no prospect for any gain or profit. That we can call it as a pure risk. So driving a vehicle represent an example of this. Because every time you take your vehicle on the road, you run the risk of uncertainty or loss, maybe because of accidents. So it is called as pure risk. Under pure risk, we have three subcategories. First one is personal risk. Then second one is liability risk. Then third one is property risk. So regarding personal risk, these kind of risk directly affect an individual. It affects an individual directly. So we can call it as a personal risk. For example, premature death. Before attaining certain age, when someone die early, we can call it as a premature death. It creates loss of risk for the family members. He may be the breadwinner of the particular family. Second, maybe old age. Die too late. When you die too late, it may be also risky, because when you get old, you may be depend others for number of aspects in your life. So it becomes a risk. Sickness. When you sick, you lose the money. At the same time, you may need to spend a lot of money for medical expenses. So sickness may be the risk. Then unemployment, when you lose the job. These are the major risks we have under personal risk. Second one, liability risk. Liability risk usually arise out of human mistakes. Okay. So usually it's attract liability for damage under the law. Then finally, property risk. Usually the property owners face this kind of risk. Okay. Because their property may be stolen or damaged or destroyed by the various causes. So these are the things come under pure risk. Next one is speculative risk. Speculative risk is a situation that holds out the prospect of loss, gain, or no loss, no gain. So here the result will be loss or gain, or no loss, no gain. That means break-even point. So here, very common we can find speculative risk in business undertakings, because when you establish a new business, when you start a new business, the result may be you get profit or loss, or no profit or no loss. This is the best example for speculative risk. Then third one is particular risk. Particular risk, it affects only an individual, not everybody. So when a risk affects an individual person or small group of people, that we can call it as a particular risk. So it's individual's own responsibility to handle the particular risk. For example, if your textbook is stolen, the full impact of the loss of book is felt by you alone, not by the entire members of the class. This is the best example for particular risk. Then fourth one, fundamental risk. Regarding fundamental risk, which is non-discriminatory in its attack and effect. It's a kind of group risk. Okay, it usually affects large proportion of the population, just opposite to the previous one. So it affects large proportion of the population. Sometimes it affects the whole population. We can simply take COVID-19 as the best example. Caused by number of factors: economy, inflation, war, earthquake, natural calamities, etc. So the responsibility is with the society to handle and control this kind of risk. It's not only individual, the whole society should take the responsibility to control this one. Next, static risk. Static risks are risks that involves losses brought about by irregular actions or dishonest misdeeds and mistakes of a man. Some irregular action, mistakes of human being, and dishonest cause for this kind of risk. Because some people, they make a lot of fraudulent activities. They steal something, they embezzle, they abuse their positions. These are the things may cause for static risk. Next, finally, dynamic risk. Dynamic risk is brought about by changes in the economy and the environment. When there is a change in the environment or in the economy, it causes for dynamic risk. Changes in the price level, income, taste of consumers and technology. So usually dynamic risk, when it happens, it may cause some financial losses to the members in the society. But maybe in the long run, dynamic risk beneficial to the society. For example, simply take technological changes. When technology change, in the initial time, we may struggle, but maybe in the long run, it benefit to the society. So these are the major risks we have in the general point of view. Now we move to business point of view. In business point of view, first one is strategic risk. Every company, they have their own strategy regarding all the activities. So when the company strategy becomes less effective, or when the company struggle to reach its goals as a result of their strategy, that is called strategic risk. There are a number of factors may cause for strategic risk. New competitors, technological change, change of consumer demand, cost of raw material, any may be. So regarding strategic risk, we should keep updating, because your best strategy of today may be failed tomorrow due to changes happening in the market. Best strategy of you may become outdated very quickly due to new inventions. So regarding strategic risk, you have to keep updated your plans and your strategies. That's the only way you can survive or manage strategic risk. Then second one, compliance risk. It's about complying with all the necessary law and regulations that apply to their business. You see, when you start a new business, you have to comply with all necessary law, rules and regulation in connection with your business and the particular region. So the one thing is, the law is subject to change. So whenever they make changes in the law, the regulation, we have to follow. That's the main thing. Because whenever we start the company, yes, we usually follow all the rules and regulations. But when the government change rules and regulation, we have to adopt that one also. For example, we take Companies Act. Previously, we had 1956. Now we have Companies Act 2013. The government made a lot of changes. So when the law change, we have to adopt new changes. So we have compliance risk under this aspect. Third one is operational risk. Operational risk is about anything that interrupts your company's core operation. Whatever the factor affect your company's core operation, it is come under operational risk. It could be a technical failure. It may be caused by people, process, anything may cause for your operation failure. Maybe the event from outside, natural disaster, power cut. These also cause for operational risk. Sometimes in operational risk, we have more than one causes. You see, for example, consider the risk that one of your employees writes a wrong amount on a check, paying out $100,000 instead of $10,000 from your account. So here, the cause of operational risk is for people and process. Next, financial risk. Any risk concerned with financial loss is termed as financial risk. Whenever a risk caused for financial loss is considered as financial risk. Most categories of risk, they have financial risk, financial impact they have. So most of the risks, they come under this category because it always creates some financial impact. Okay. So for example, let's say a large proportion of your revenue comes from a single client. Then you extend 60 days credit to that client. In that case, you have a significant financial risk because if that customer is unable to pay or delays payment for some reason, your business might be in big trouble. Then finally, reputational risk. Regarding reputational risk, every company, they have their own reputation in terms of many things in their business. So major lawsuit or an embarrassing product recall, negative publicity about the staff or the company, high criticism of the products. This may cause to reputational risk. Okay. In these days, even it doesn't need to make major event. A small incident may damage your whole reputation. So these are the major risks we have under business point of view. I hope you understood everything. Thank you.